Why is there a growing buzz in every corner of the internet just 2 days before Jungkook's major reveal? What secret has he been holding on to, buried behind the silence of his military service, that's now stirring tears among millions? It all began with a cryptic message, a simple phrase shared by one of Jungkook's closest acquaintances: "You're not ready for this." And suddenly, the world stopped. Armies froze in place. Could it be a song? A letter? A farewell video? Or was it something no one had even imagined? For months, Jungkook has remained respectfully silent while fulfilling his mandatory military duty in South Korea. His absence from the spotlight has been both painful and peaceful, a reminder of reality, but also a pause that made many reflect on just how deep his impact runs. And now, with only 48 hours left, a hidden plan he's been working on in secret is about to be revealed. No one expected that his silence would hide something this powerful. We dug into every timeline, every possible leak, every fan theory to understand what's coming. His management has kept tight-lipped, but subtle hints have escaped. In a recent internal memo leaked anonymously, one phrase stood out: Jungkook project drop. Prepare for emotional impact. These 6 words have set the fandom ablaze. Why emotional? Why now? And why the secrecy? A senior music producer, who once worked on Jungkook's solo debut, hinted in an interview last month that something was brewing in the background. When asked about upcoming releases, the producer smiled and said, "Some voices are never silent, even in service." The hint was too bold to ignore. What makes this all the more emotionally complex is how deeply Jungkook has always loved his fans. Over the years, we've seen him cry for them, sing for them, and write letters that left thousands in tears. Could it be that this surprise is another gift, one that he's been crafting slowly with love while serving his country? There's more. Recent sightings of BTS staff members near a well-known film studio in Seoul have fans whispering, is a video involved? Perhaps a visual letter to ARMY? Or something more cinematic, an entire documentary of his journey so far? One ARMY member shared a story online that quickly went viral. She received a signed photo in the mail. No return address. Just a short message: "See you soon." This is only the beginning. That same phrase has now started appearing mysteriously across social media posts, in edited clips, fan-made trailers, and even official BTS accounts. Only 2 days left. And whatever Jungkook is about to reveal isn't just a message. It's a moment, one that has the power to shake millions to the core. So the question still remains: why is this particular surprise being described as unforgettable? What truth is hiding beneath the surface? And when the day finally arrives, will you be ready to watch it without crying? What if we told you that even while in uniform, Jungkook never really stopped being an artist? What if the military base walls, meant to separate him from the world, only amplified his creativity, allowing him to reflect, write, and compose in solitude? That's exactly what insiders are now confirming. Jungkook recorded something while serving. And it's unlike anything he's done before. According to multiple anonymous sources close to HYB and Bigot, Jungkook was granted limited studio access under special permission. This wasn't widely publicized, and for good reason. His intention? To keep everything quiet until the moment was right. That moment, it seems, is now just 2 days away. The emotional weight behind these sessions cannot be overstated. Jungkook, known for his perfectionism and emotional sincerity, reportedly wrote lyrics based on the loneliness and reflection he experienced during his service. One staff member who helped with technical logistics said, he didn't just want to record a song. He wanted to record a feeling, something that would reach ARMY even without visuals. Just pure sound, emotion, honesty. Can you imagine the sound of that? A raw, stripped-down version of Jungkook, pouring out what he couldn't say in public, all for his fans. There are rumors of live instruments, acoustic sets, and even sounds recorded from nature within the base, a symbol of how even isolation couldn't stop his connection to the world. But here's where things get even more mysterious. The sessions were supervised remotely by one of his most trusted producers. Through encrypted communications and timed video calls, they collaborated quietly. Files were transferred in fragments to avoid leaks. And the name of the folder on the server? Jungkook 2025. Think about that. He was planning a message for the future. Not just for now. Not just for the countdown. But for the moment he could reconnect with ARMY in the most unexpected, personal way. Some say there's a special track, hidden, not to be released on Spotify or YouTube right away, but embedded in a digital time capsule that will only activate during a live stream event after his discharge. The emotional implications of that idea alone have fans sobbing. It's not just about a song. It's about being remembered, about continuing a bond even when time and distance try to test it. A translator close to Bigot revealed that the lyrics, written entirely by Jungkook, were revised over 20 times. One line, reportedly, goes, "You waited when I vanished, so now I return with the sound of my silence." Just reading that leaves goosebumps, and still, despite all these details, the company refuses to confirm anything outright. They're letting the moment build. They know the emotional wave is rising. They know ARMY is preparing for something they might never forget. So, if Jungkook has truly poured his soul into this hidden project, created under unimaginable conditions, without applause or spotlight, what kind of sound are we about to hear? What kind of story is about to be told? 2 days. That's all that's left. And when that countdown hits 0, the world will hear what silence sounds like when it sings. What if the most heart-wrenching piece of Jungkook's surprise isn't just a song, but a moment captured forever on film? A source within BTS's internal team has now confirmed what ARMY has long suspected. Jungkook filmed something. And it's not a standard music video or behind-the-scenes vlog. This, they say, is something else entirely, something never meant to be shared with the public. Until now, the footage, reportedly compiled over several months during Jungkook's military service, is said to include clips of him in his quietest, most unguarded moments. Journaling at night under a dim lamp. Recording voice notes in the freezing dawn. Practicing choreography alone in a silent gym, long after others had gone to sleep. There's even mention of him speaking directly to the camera, unrehearsed, unfiltered, and filled with emotion. An insider, requesting anonymity, shared this chilling detail. One of the videos begins with Jungkook staring into the lens. No music, no sound. Just him and the silence. Then he says, "If you're watching this, it means I made it through." It's not just a message. It's a confession. A letter. A time capsule of longing, strength, and love. Every single frame is said to carry the weight of his journey, the struggle of distance, and the invisible thread that keeps him tied to ARMY. A brief, encrypted preview was reportedly sent to select fan leaders under embargo. The reactions? Tears. Silence. And then messages like, "I've never felt this seen by an artist." Or, "I can't stop crying. He filmed this for us. For me. For every one of us who waited." And the details get even more intimate. One of the recorded clips reportedly shows Jungkook sitting with letters from fans. Yes, actual letters mailed to him during service. In the footage, he reads several aloud. One moment in particular has already become the stuff of legend. He reads a fan's message, "Even if you're quiet, I still hear you." His eyes tear up. He presses the letter to his chest and whispers, "I know. I heard you too." It's this kind of honesty, so rare, so raw, that makes Jungkook's surprise something far more than a publicity stunt. It's deeply human. And in a world dominated by curated perfection, he's chosen vulnerability, transparency, truth. The project reportedly culminates in a montage, clipped from the hours of private footage, scored by one of the songs he recorded in his hidden studio sessions. The working title? Still With You, Silence Edition. It's a reimagining of the original track that fans hold dear, now layered with ambient field recordings and whispered lyrics that reflect his military life. There's no flashy production. No city. Just light, shadow, his voice, and the weight of distance. And through it all, a single thread weaves the story together. Jungkook's unshakable devotion to ARMY. What's most astonishing, however, is the timing of the release. Insiders confirm the footage won't be released all at once. Instead, it will appear as part of a multi-day digital countdown, with pieces unlocking every few hours once the final 48 hours are up. Each video will carry a single message, a secret, a thank you, a farewell, and a promise. One editor described the footage as Jungkook's digital heartbeat. This is no longer just a surprise. It's a gift, an offering. And it's the kind of content that doesn't just go viral. It changes people. Now the question must be asked. If this footage, so personal and deeply rooted in his truth, was never meant to be seen, what changed? Why now? And why would Jungkook decide to bare his soul just before his return? Some speculate it's his way of closing a chapter. Others believe it's a bridge, to reconnect with ARMY in a world that feels so different from when he left. But perhaps the most powerful theory is also the simplest. He did it because he missed us. He did it because he knew we missed him too. 2 days. That's all that's left. And when that first video drops, you won't just be watching a clip, you'll be watching his heart, captured in motion. You really looked at the countdown Jungkook's team launched 2 days before his return? Not just watched it tick, but truly looked at it? Because what might seem like a simple digital clock is actually layered with quiet symbols, powerful cues, and deeply personal references that only the most observant fans have begun to decode. And once you see what's really hidden beneath those numbers, you'll never see it the same way again. It all started when HYBE launched a mysterious countdown page with nothing but a clock. No title, no caption, no explanation. Just time slipping away, second by second. But ARMY's know Jungkook. They know that when he gives you silence, he's really inviting you to listen deeper. And so they did. Zooming in, analyzing source code, comparing color palettes. And what they discovered has left the fandom stunned. First, the color gradient in the background, what looked like a soft, glowing midnight blue, wasn't just chosen for aesthetics. It matches the exact hex code used in the official BTS Still With You teaser. A nod to the very song Jungkook recorded solo as a love letter to ARMY during the pandemic. Is this just a coincidence? Not likely. Then came the subtle glitch animations. Every few hours, fans noticed faint flickers in the countdown interface. At first, they seemed like bugs. But then someone screen recorded and slowed it down, and what appeared for a split second in the corner stunned everyone. A single frame of handwritten text flashed briefly, barely legible, but undeniably Jungkook's handwriting. When enhanced, the words read, "I never left. You just couldn't see me." Let that sink in. Jungkook, hidden in plain sight, sending a message to every fan who's waited, cried, and stayed. The countdown isn't just marking time. It's telling a story, a silent narrative of loyalty, distance, and connection. And it doesn't stop there. Eagle-eyed fans discovered that the clock resets its glow every 13 minutes. Why 13? Many believe it references BTS's debut date, June 13th, 2013. As if Jungkook is silently linking this moment to the very beginning of everything. Like a circle finally closing. Or maybe beginning again. One graphic designer, after pulling the CSS data from the page, found something else. An image file hidden in the code titled JK Promise MP4. The file isn't playable. Not yet. But its name alone has sent shockwaves through the fandom. Is this the name of the surprise project? A new track? Or is it something even more symbolic, a promise to return, to reunite, to begin again with ARMY? Fans have also noticed that the countdown background subtly changes shade depending on your time zone. It grows darker at night, warmer at sunrise, almost as if it's syncing with your world, your clock. Some believe this is Jungkook's way of saying, "Wherever you are, I'm with you." A global embrace, wrapped in digital code. And then there's the sound. Yes, the page is silent. But when fans extracted the site's audio layer, they uncovered something chilling. A barely audible hum, steady, rhythmic, almost like a heartbeat. Audio engineers ran it through a spectrogram. What they found shocked them. The waveform, when visualized, forms the outline of Jungkook's iconic 7 tattoo. A heartbeat in the shape of loyalty. The message is clear. This countdown isn't just about marking time. It's a conversation without words. A digital shrine of symbols, each one speaking directly to ARMY's heart. So the real question isn't what Jungkook is releasing. It's why he chose to speak this way. Through code, color, silence, and sound. Through whispers only the devoted would hear, because that's who he made this for, not the casual viewer. Not the mainstream media. But you. The one who stayed. The one who counted the days, even when there was nothing to count down to. This is more than a campaign. It's a living tribute. A mosaic of messages, hidden and holy, that remind us Jungkook was never truly gone. He was speaking all along, and now, with the countdown nearly at its end, we can't help but wonder, what happens when the final second ticks away? When the page refreshes one last time? Will it be a video? A live stream? A song? Or something beyond imagination? Whatever it is, it was made with love. For those who noticed every detail. For those who listened through the silence. 2 days left. And with every passing second, the truth reveals itself, not through noise, but through meaning.